Welcome to the most famous club in the world and welcome to Live at the Cavern. Hi and welcome to Live at the Cavern, Monday the 18th of June and Sir Paul McCartney's 70th birthday. Now it's unbelievable if anyone has witnessed one of his recent live performances, so for everyone here at the Cavern, happy birthday Paul. Now later on this year, in August, as part of the International Beatle Week, we will be paying tribute to Paul with a theatre show at the Philharmonic Hall. Now, Paul is no stranger to the Cavern. Besides those 292 gigs between 1961 and 1963, he's returned on a number of occasions. Now we've got an exclusive coming up in just a sec, connected with one of these visits. Paul chose to play the final show of the last century here on the Cavern on December 14th, 1999, an historic occasion in the club's history if ever there was one. When it comes to rockin', she's a queen. Won't you dance on a Saturday night? Alone, rock and hold it tight. She lives on the 20th floor of town. The elevator's broken down, but I won't go to that 3 by 4, 5, 6, 7, right, 8, 5, 4. I'm on 12, now I'm starting to sag. 15 to go, I'm ready to try. I get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. And a gig that was seen by millions all over the world through a live webcast, which ended up in the Guinness Book of World Records in 2000 for the most viewed webcast to date. And Paul actually hired the whole of the Cavern Club privately a few years later, in 2003, for his End of World Tour party. Now, going back to 1968, on a visit to Liverpool one afternoon with his then new girlfriend, Linda Eastman, he paid a private visit to the Cavern. Now, even posing for pictures with the then owner of the Cavern, Alf Geegan, and the Liverpool band, The Curiosity Shop, who were rehearsing at the time. Now, Alf asked if Paul wouldn't mind having a photo taken, but unbeknown to Paul, he didn't actually have a camera on the premises. Now, after a lightning trip to nearby photography shop, PPE, he produced a brand new camera. Once he was back in the club and out of breath, Alf realised he didn't actually know how to operate the camera. Now, to which Paul casually just mentioned that his girlfriend was actually a photographer, and would he like her to take the photo? Which she did. And these photos only emerged in recent years, such was the private nature of the visit. Now here's the exclusive. During that visit in 1968, Paul actually took to the piano on the Cavern stage and treated those few present to a version of a new song he'd just written, Hey Jude. Now, a year before its release, now this has just been verified only recently by Alf Geegan's daughter and BBC Radio Merseyside presenter and at that time Cavern DJ, Billy Butler. He was also lucky enough to be at the Cavern on that day. So, Paul and the Cavern, a never-ending story, and that story continued in April of this year when we welcomed Paul's son James to the Cavern for a sellout show. Now, once again, happy 70th birthday, Paul, from everyone here at the Cavern. And May was another great month here at the Cavern. On the bank holiday weekend saw our second annual Modfest, 8 bands and DJs raising £3,000 for Radio City's charity, Cash for Kids. This followed by the 10th International Pop Overthrow Festival, over 150 original bands from all over the world making the pilgrimage to the Cavern for a week of great live music. Cavern Records also released a new album, Cavern Retro, on the 18th of May as part of the International Pop Overthrow Festival. One of the great bands featured on this great release, the Beat Rats from New York, travelled to Liverpool to perform as part of the festival and also the official launch. Now, here is Felicity Pillsworth to tell you a little bit more about this great CD.
It's a collection of 11 unique and original tracks. Cavern Records is all about celebrating the past as well as looking to the future, so Cavern Retro was a great way to mix these two together. These are all modern bands influenced by the sounds of the 60s from all over the world, including US, Argentina and the UK. The music that features on Cavern Retro was perfected in the most famous club in the world, loved by a new generation and made their own.
And we also held auditions for the new Beatles musical, Let It Be, which opens in London's West End this September. Now this run is set to be tied in with the 50th anniversary of the release of the Beatles' first single, Love Me Do, which was on the 5th of October 1962. Now Let It Be has been staged at the Prince of Wales Theatre, venue of the Fab Four's legendary Royal Variety performance in 1963, and it's the first time the theatrical rights have been granted for the Beatles' back catalogue, and we wish it every success.
Our fans of Bon Jovi also flocked to the Cavern Live Lounge on Friday, May the 4th, for a sellout gig by the Bon Jovi Experience. The atmosphere was electric. All of our great other tribute bands can be checked out on our website, cavernclub.org. But coming up in June and July, we have great tributes to the likes of Pink Floyd, Bob Dylan, Dire Straits, as well as our weekly Saturday with the Beatles, featuring the Cavern Club Beatles. May 30th saw the Cavern back at London for the House of Commons Rock the House 2012. Now, Rock the House is a parliamentary live music and venue competition founded by Mike Weatherly MP. Now, it's in its second year. This year the prizes were much bigger, and the competition even counts rock legends Rick Wakeman, Alice Cooper, Mark Hoppus and Ian Gillan and more as its patrons. The competition celebrates the very best of up-and-coming unsigned British artists and live music venues that support them. Now, the aim of the competition is to raise the political profile of the importance of intellectual property rights and live music among parliamentaries. Every single MP was invited to nominate a solo artist, a band, an under-18s act and the best small live music venue from their constituency. A panel of international music industry experts and musicians, including the Cavern's events director, John Keats. Now, they determined the finalists who competed in a live Battle of the Bands on Wednesday the 30th of May, with the winners of each artist category playing a live set on the terrace of the House of Commons later that evening. Now, we are delighted to report that Liverpool's very own The Verdict, who were put forward after a heat here at the Cavern, were actually the overall winners and performed a great set at the House of Commons. And we wish them all the very best for their future, and we will support them, obviously, as much as we can. So we're looking forward to July, and we have some great gigs coming up. And also, don't forget this year's International Beatle Week at the end of August. Here's a little short taster of last year's events, so you can see what you're in for, basically.
We love Beatle Week. Are you kidding me? Woohoo!
So that's it for another Cavern TV Roundup. Keep in touch with us via our website and Facebook, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Enjoy the summer from everyone here at the Cavern, the most famous club in the world.